Okay, so here's my 1955 Flak. Barely came in the mail today, and so I'm pretty happy about that. I've been looking forward to this thing coming in, and sadly, though, I'm a little bit bummed out that it's kind of in this shade. I thought it was going to be a little bit greener, but I'm not like, that bummed out about it, I suppose. My guess is that this actually was painted gray. It could be fading. That's actually what I assumed. I assumed that it was a little bit faded, but I actually think this was painted gray. Um, you know, I've never really seen nylon in this kind of weird bluish primer gray before, so that's kind of just my guess for right now. I assume they painted it along with like the naming and all that. This could have been like a navy flak jacket or something like that. That's that's what it might have been used for. But I'm gonna go ahead and be restoring this flag to, I guess, somewhat of its former glory. Um, the buttons here are missing, as you guys can see. This is the third pattern flak jacket. They actually made three patterns during Vietnam. The first pattern didn't have any pockets. Second pattern actually had, they added nylon pockets to it, but the buttons weren't exposed. And then the third pattern had two shooter cords and exposed button pockets for some reason. But yeah, and also it had it had like drainage holes and that kind of thing. I'll actually be making a second video on this flag, comparing it to my second pattern 55 flag. So I guess stay tuned for that. But anyways, I'm gonna be sewing the buttons back on the pockets. I actually have the buttons on me right now that I will be using. These are not the exact buttons. These are actually like, well, these are extremely similar. Honestly, the only difference is that these ones are duller than the ones on the second pattern that I have that I'm using for reference. But yeah, I'm gonna be sewing it the exact same, how the second pattern has it, and so on and so forth. But buttons, pockets, that's another issue. Pockets need to be sewn, not a biggie. Let me think, what else? There's a hole right here, it needs to be sewn. Not a biggie as well. I might leave this hole as is. And then on the back, I might sew up a few of these, especially that might actually, you know, get worse over time if I don't do much for it. But yeah, that's what it says on the back. It says the dude's name. Has two shooter cords. Pretty worn out. It looks like it's honestly been used. I purchased this from Nick the Collector, or actually just Nick Collector, and I don't think he used it, but I think the guy that he bought it from actually might have used it, because there's some dirt and stuff on here. So maybe someone used it recently for probably like maybe airsoft or something like that, or reenacting, or just some kid messing around. But yeah, so here's the flak jacket. I guess this is part one or part two. I guess stay tuned, guys. See ya.